Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fatboy's Collectible Diecasts 300 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. This is race number 5, I believe, of the WorldCAR ORION series. As we can tell, a lot of shakeups since the past couple of races here. Well, yeah. I was going to say race 6 is Bristol, but whatever. Yeah, welcome to WorldCAR. I am your commissioner and lead commentator for tonight, Yugoslav Pony 25, although I'm known by other various names. Anyways, let's show you how this grid has kind of impacted the season so far. Let's take a look at our starting grid. So starting on the pole for tonight's race is Austin Dillon in the number 11 Leaf Filter Dodge. Surprising speed considering coming into this race, he was ranked 36th in points. And alongside him is Kimi Antonelli, who missed a couple of races due to injuries, but he's slowly working his way back up in the standings. He's 30th in points. And in the next row, we've got Alex Bowman in the number 71 Ally Chevy. And alongside him is Tyler Randall Gibbs, looking to make a statement for the family name. And in the row behind him, we've got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the number 60, the points leader. And alongside him is Taylor Gray in the number 35. Great starting spot for him. And we got a couple of new guys on this row right here. Ryan Reed, obviously, is not new, but he is 6th in points. So he is starting to become a key factor contender. And alongside him is Adam Andretti, who usually doesn't really show this kinds of pace during the race, but we'll see. I could be proven wrong here tonight. And then there's Brendan Gaughan in the 62, the Daytona winner, 2-time winner this season. And alongside him is Cole Custer in the number 90. And we have the number 82, and unfortunate news from a few days ago when we unfortunately had the passing of Ryan Sieg after succumbing to his injuries. Therefore, Austin Green will be racing this car in this race. We wish the best for Austin Green and wish the best for the entire PRG group. Rest in peace, Ryan Sieg. And alongside him is Tyler Reddick. And then the next row, we've got Austin Hill in the 21. And alongside him is 11th in points, Austin Cindric, barely above the chase cut line. And then we've got Jeffrey Earnhardt in the number 3 in this row. And alongside him is Sammy Smith. In the next row, we've got Sam Hornish Jr. And alongside him is Derek Kraus. And the pole sitter's brother, you can find them in this row right here, back here. Alongside him is Regan Smith in the number 13. And in the next row, we've got Carson Quaffle in the number 2. For Team Penske, and alongside him, George Russell in the number 69. Getting used to the ovals, and he's 10th in points, so he might be an underdog championship favorite that no one might be talking about this early in the season. And in this next row, we've got Justin Haley in the 28, and finally, Ross Chastain. I believe this is his first ever Orion Series race, so great job to the number 7 team here. And in the next row, we've got Ben Rhodes in the number 12, and alongside him is Todd Gillen, sporting a different sponsor that some of you might recognize. And in this next row, we've got Ryan Truex in the number 1, and alongside him is Daniel Suarez in the 07. And in this next row, we've got Bobby Dale Earnhardt in the number 15, and alongside him is the Phenom Connor Zilic. And in this next row, we've got Garrett Smithley in the 00. And alongside him is Josh Berry. And then this next row right here, we've got Casey Kane in the number 5. And alongside him is Chase Briscoe in the 98. Then we've got the road course merchant Shane Van Gisbergen in the number 97. And alongside him is Noah Gragson. And then this next row, we've got Bubba Wallace in the number 6. And alongside him is Ricky Craven, trying to get his first WorldCAR win for a brand spanking new team. We'll see how he does. And then in the last 2 rows, we've got Jesse Love in the number 33. And alongside him is Harrison Burton in the number 99. And last week's pole sitter, Trevor Bayne in the number 17. And alongside him is Anthony Alfredo. So this race is going to be quite the unique beast, considering we're doing a little bit more laps than I think the Cup Series did at Daytona, like the WorldCAR Center Cup Series did at Real Life. So these guys, they need to be on their A game right about now. I mean, it's only, like I said, it's only the 5th race in the season, but these guys, some of them are already clamoring to be taken seriously as legitimate championship contenders. And some of these guys have never raced ovals, period. Like the guy on the outside of Austin Dillon, he's new to oval racing, but he is steadily climbing through the ranks. He is, like I said, 30th in points coming into this race, and you can expect a lot more of these guys to get used to, say, oval racing. Meanwhile, the rest of these guys, they're used to oval racing, but they're not quite Cup caliber, so that's why we have them in this division. So we'll see what happens right here. I think the favorites for this race, I think there's three favorites personally. There's Stenhouse, there's Ryan Truex, and there's Brendan Gaughan. Like, Brendan Gaughan and Ryan Truex are the only two winners we've had this season, and Stenhouse is leading the points coming into this race. And starting P6, that's not going to be a slouch for him. I mean, starting P6, you have a lot of opportunity for things to go right, and a lot of opportunity for things to go wrong here for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. But as long as he can maintain that, I'd say nearly 20-point gap between him and Ryan Truex, I believe he'll be fine. And then, of course, everyone likes talking about those guys, but people don't usually think about some other drivers like in this field, like Cole Custer coming into this points. He is third. Justin Haley coming into this race. He is fourth in points. Ty Dillon is currently fifth in points. As for the Chase bubble right now, Bubba Wallace is seventh in points. Briscoe is eighth. Brendan Gaughan, the two-time winner this year, is ninth in points. George Russell, like I said, he was 10th. Cindric 11th. And I believe Derek Kraus is the last guy in as of right now. And by the way, don't mind the lag right there. That we're working out our issues with our camera sometimes. It doesn't really pan out as long as we say it does. But I can assure you there's going to be a lot of contenders wanting to contend this race, and there's a lot of them. So the cameras might not be able to keep up with how many people are in the grid. So yeah, like there a little bit. So let's see how these drivers do. And by the way, I forgot to mention the guys below this line coming into the chase. Well, coming into yet another race as they work towards the chase. Kraus is the last guy in. Jesse Love is 13th in points. Carson Kvapil is 14th in points. Casey Kane is 15th in points. And Phenom Connor Zilic is 16th in points. Well, not really. I shouldn't say Phenom. But you know what I mean. So, we've got a hungry pack of cars here. 42 in all. But only one of them can get in the victory lane. Only one of them will succeed at this racetrack. And only one of them is only gonna, and some of them are gonna come out good, some are gonna come out on the wrong end. So we'll find out tonight who those drivers are and who those lucky few will be. Pace car comes off on the pit road. Austin Dillon and Kimi Antonelli are gonna lead the field to the green flag, and to the gas we go here at Homestead, Miami. And by the way, yes, for those of you that are actually paying attention, we did actually get a new ticker for this race. So I'd like to thank C Sports for this opportunity. Anywho, diving it down into turn number 1 and 2, Austin Dillon with a bit of a lead as they go down the back straightaway for the first time. Dillon looking to have his most impressive race yet, because we've seen, or during the practice sessions, that some cars were able to pull away in practice. And during the truck race, we saw some contenders pull away right here as Austin Dillon gets a surge of momentum off the final turn and will lead lap 1. So yeah, great surge of momentum for the number 11 Dodge of Austin Dillon, looking to at least start going into contention now. Like I said, coming into this race, he wasn't looked on as like great. He came into this race, he was like 4th last of the full-time drivers, and so far Austin Dillon trying to make the most brunt of it as we got a side-by-side battle here. Alex Bowman into the wall, but he's going to try to ride the outside momentum, still stuffs himself in the wall, and the points leader is now up to 2nd. Stenhouse trying to chase down Austin Dillon on lap. And as we see right behind Stenhouse right here, that is Kimi Antonelli, Alex Bowman, Ryan Reed, and that's the 62 of Brendan Gaughan. Remember how I mentioned there have only been 2 full-time winners this season, that being Ryan Truex and Brendan Gaughan. Well, Brendan Gaughan isn't really a slouch here. I believe he made one of his debuts here in the early 2000s. So Brendan Gaughan knows a lot more about this racetrack than people give him credit for. So right now, he's just trying to hang on as I think he's going to clear both the 35. He's going to need to come high right here. And yeah, he goes high as Stenhouse basically inches off that wall. He's won 2 championships at this track, so he's also not really a slouch at this track. But there's going to be a lot of key contenders early on in the going. Catch Austin Dillon as he basically wall rides right there. And Alex Bowman taking an interesting strategy, going on the pit road on lap 4. Don't think I've ever seen that before, but I guess if it works, it works. A lot of battling going on right there in the back half of the field. That's going to be an interesting sight to see throughout this race. As right now we have a battle lurking for the 4th position. Brendan Gaughan slightly ahead of Kimi Antonelli, and I believe Gaughan is going to take that spot. Now a battle for the 6th position. Taylor Gray trying to get underneath of the 16. More contact. Antonelli into the wall. And he's going to lose a ton of spots doing that. Yeah, he's going to lose, I think, he's going to fall outside the top 10 thanks to that. Wow. I mean, the high side's good at Homestead, but it's a double-edged sword at the same time because you don't want to go too hard into the wall. Otherwise, you're going to perform Kimi Antonelli just like that. And remember, Antonelli's still getting used to the ovals. So that was inevitable. Anyways, a battle for, I believe this is the 7th position. That is Austin Green underneath Adam Andretti. Adam Andretti going to pull away from Austin Green as here he goes to the inside of Taylor Gray for the 6th position. As right now we have a pass for the lead. Stenhouse Jr. will take the lead away, but Austin Dillon is not done yet. He fell back to 3rd, but he is not done. He's going to try to go to the outside of Brendan Gaughan here down the back straightaway. Battle for 2nd. Austin Dillon, the pole setter, he was not ready to give up the fact that his pole might have been a fluke. He's going to drive his way to 2nd and possibly back to the lead as he's on the back bumper of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as we have caution on the racetrack. Oh, and that is Sam Hornish Jr., Ricky Craven, Ryan Truex, Austin Cindric, Trevor Bain, heavy hood damage. He's done. Chase Briscoe is done. Wow. And it was only coming to the special lap. Man. Man, that honestly sucks. Oh. So right now, things not looking great early on as we approach lap number 8. We got through that. Okay. We're on lap 9 now. Sorry we didn't go silent right there. People were wrecking. We do apologize for that. But man, oh man, that was heartbreaking for guys like Briscoe and others. Briscoe came into this race 8th in points, so this might dramatically shape up the point situation on his end. This might shape up the point situation for, I guess, a lot of these other key contenders. Like I said, Ryan Truex is involved in that wreck. He was 2nd in points coming into this race, so this was probably a gift to Ricky Stenhouse Jr., if anything, as Ricky Craven pulls into pit road. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out the first caution of the race. And as you can tell right here, it didn't start out so pretty. Whoa! Oh my, Hornish upside down on the front straightaway as he gets hit by every single vehicle known to mankind. So here's what happened coming into, okay, this is turn 2. Oh, Hornish drived it in really deep, got very loose, tried coming down pit road, got into Ty Dillon, and got that Jeffrey Earnhardt was up on his side and went for a couple of sidewinder rolls, landed on his wheels, thank goodness. Everyone else, I believe, got away scot-free. You can see a couple of the Fords actually got some neat spots thanks to that, as we see a lot of drivers going down pit road. Stenhouse will win the race off of pit road here. Bowman staying out. Like I said, he was the only one to come off of pit road. Both the Gibbs cars of Ty Gibbs and Taylor Gray get great spots out of pit road. Oh, sorry, we do apologize for that. Our cameras are lacking today for some reason. Oh, hang on. Sorry, we do apologize. The cameras at Homestead Miami Speedway really need to be repaired here. So yeah, as I go on I would go on a phone call with the Homestead Miami Speedway track president, but we're trying to get in contact with him as best as we can. Yeah, there's a lot of a stationary filter over here. What's that? Oh yeah, okay. So apparently Homestead is looking into this issue. So if you do see some screen bugs going on right now, that's mostly because of Homestead Miami Speedway's cameras are trying to get fixed as best as they possibly can. So we do apologize if the footage is slightly in a weird way. So we do apologize for the viewers at home. We do apologize to C Sports, but we're trying to work out this issue with Homestead Miami Speedway. I'm sure they're going to be good with it because this is where this was the championship venue last season, so it wouldn't be right to say that this season would be any. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words right now. The Homestead situation is slightly confusing me, but it's all right. Stenhouse still with the lead. Ty Gibbs in 2nd, Taylor Gray in 3rd. And coming into this race, both Gray and Gibbs weren't looking great in the points. I mean, Gray was 23rd, but Ty Gibbs, the grandson of the team's owner, only ranks 32nd in points coming into race. So maybe a great run like this should surely stop the bleeding right here. As we take a look at the rest of the top 10, Kimi Antonelli, great run for him. He is currently 30th in points, so he's trying to do what Chase Elliott couldn't in 2023 in real life. So great win there for Antonelli. Austin Hill in the top 5. Not surprised that he is up here, but I'm more surprised that he has speed to be up here, considering the past couple of races have not really shown us the fact that Austin Hill has championship contending speed. Might not even have race winning speed, but he's in the top 5, so I'll give him credit, and I'll give RCR credit and flowers for where they're due. So right now you can see Ricky Craven coming off of pit road. He's fine. Alex Bowman is fine, I believe, because I think he's... No, I don't think he's on the lead lap. I think he's still a lap down. As we get the 1 to go signal before we get back to the green flag here. No, Bowman is still a lap down. Reddick and Craven are both a lap down. I think that was because of the damage that got on pit road. Briscoe, Truex, and Hornish Jr. unfortunately couldn't get past the damage, and therefore they're out of the race. Apparently, I'm getting word now that, yeah, Hornish Jr. is being taken to the infield care center, so we hope he's okay. But, yeah, scary situation for Ryan Truex, Sam Hornish, and Chase Briscoe. They were all looking very fast, especially Briscoe. In practice, he basically was like 5 inches off the... Well, not 5 inches, sorry. He was like a half an inch off that wall, if even he was. Anywho, they go down the back straightaway with 105 laps to go. And remember, this is only lap 12. We still have like way more laps to get through. So if we keep seeing things like that every like 30 laps, we're going to have a hell of a race. Anywho, let's take a look at the rest of the top 10. We've got Ryan Reed, Austin Green, Bobby Dale Earnhardt, Carson Quaffle, Bubba Wallace in the top 10. The pole sitter hasn't even gone away, and neither is Brendan Gaughan. Both are close to the top 10. Same with Garrett Smithley, Ben Rhodes, and I believe... Yeah, that is George Russell in the number 69, also very close to the top 10, but we'll see what he can do on this restart, as will the top 10. Let's see what they have for us as the pace car comes back down pit road. The points leader, who doesn't have a race win yet, is going to come back to the green flag here at Homestead, and back to the gas we go here at Homestead, Miami. And the Fatboys Collectibles 300. Sorry, Fatboy Collectibles Diecasts 300. My apologies. As Stenhouse goes into turn number 1. He goes high on the lap car. This allows Ty Gibbs to get to the inside. We have a drag race for the lead down the back straightaway. Stenhouse getting held up by Alex Bowman. Ty Gibbs looking on the inside. Taylor Gray looking on the outside. Teammates now fighting for second and third. Stenhouse in the wall. Here comes Ty Gibbs to take the lead away. And now Gray running up through the middle. Gray right now briefly taking the lead. I think he's going to give it back to Stenhouse because Stenhouse with that outside momentum. Huge run there. He's wall riding basically, but he's going to lose first and second as Ty Gibbs now takes the lead 3 wide behind them. As right now the field, I believe, is getting held up by... who are they getting held up by? Oh, they're getting held up by Ricky Craven. Man, I feel bad for Ross Chastain. I feel bad for Connor Zilch, and I feel bad for Shane Van Gisbergen. I mean, those two came runner-up in Vegas as, whoa, okay. Apparently, we got a 3-wide battle for the lead. I was going to say Austin Green went down pit road as Taylor Gray losing some of the momentum. Ty Gibbs is wall riding, and that's going to give away for Ryan Reed to take the lead here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Wow, that actually managed to rhyme as Ryan Reed continues to lead. I think, yeah, great rhyming there. As right now, how about Kimi Antonelli still running in the top 5? He's all right, I guess, as a driver on the ovals so far this season. I mean, like I said, he comes into this race 30th in points, but he is slowly improving. And I did take into account with the fact that he got injured for 1 race. So he's already ahead of guys like Bobby Dale Earnhardt, ahead of guys like Ty Gibbs. Those guys are ahead of him and nearly ahead of him in the race. Those guys are performing inconsistently. Yeah, that's Bobby Dale Earnhardt in the wall. We nearly contact between Carson Quaffle and Austin Dillon back there. As right now we see the 82. I believe he's holding up Ben Rhodes. Bobby Dale Earnhardt around the outside of Austin Hill, but he's wall riding. So therefore he's going to lose that spot away for the time being. As right now we see this battle happening back here And we didn't do this earlier, but as we come around turn number 4, in honor of it being Kyle Busch Day, we remember Kyle Busch for what he did to the sport. A great driver, a great team owner, and a great father and husband. We will miss you forever, Mr. Kyle Busch. Goat. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's mostly because of the package. These guys are racing aggressively more than not. As you can see, Ryan Reed getting to the inside of Alex Bowman. Oh, that's going to be close, but Bowman has the advantage. Well, there kind of might be as they go 3 wide in the 1. Here comes Garrett Smithley on the inside. Heavy racing here. And by the way, let me see. Let me just check the commentator doors here because I think there might be someone knocking at the door. Opens door. Ah, who do be this?
Where's the chicken?
Oh, hi, Tough.
Is he in the cup?
Well, there's Justin Haley on pit road. As we are side by side for second. Here comes Garrett Smithley on the inside. And Stenhouse rides the outside momentum. He is wall riding again.
He's pulling a Reddick.
That's a lot of ground.
It pulled a Reddick. I mean, Reddick won the championship doing that. Oh my gosh, he did. Oh, Smithley tried to join him. I mean, he still has to run.
Yeah, you still got the outside lane. That's the preferred lane here at Homestead. Trying to make it again. Now Smithley sliding up, gone to the inside of Stenhouse, the points leader, may I add.
I'm telling you, Smithley is the roundabout forwards, and he just wants to get out of there.
Oh, I think he might try something, but what will he do? And he's doing it again. He's wall riding again. What?
I'm assuming there was a wreck because there's a lot of people down.
Oh, yeah, there was.
Ben Rose is having a good race finally.
I think a couple of people went down pit road. Yeah, you can see also a lot of people came down pit road. I think some people are thinking about strategy here, boys. So, Tough, your thoughts on the strategy here at Homestead?
I mean, you gotta be smart with strategy here because, like, for example, Tyler Reddick basically won a race with only with a half tank of gas, and he basically wall rode, and he literally won a championship with that for RCR. I mean, you gotta be smooth and just. And if you want to make a money stop, go right ahead and just be smart with your strategy.
As we see, I believe, a battle for the 3rd position heating up between George Russell and Brandon Gaughan. Gaughan's got the preferred lane. How about Taylor Gray? He's still not out of it, as we see a bunch of cars right there still effectively nearly wall riding. As Derek Kraus now battling to stay inside the top 10. Look at him go.
And I've been hearing reports that he does not have a contract signed for next season. Maybe
that's kind of
today if he has a good run.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, we have a yellow. That's Tydell involved. Antonioni's involved. Adam Andretti caught up in this one. And Casey Kane. Oh, what was that? Casey Kane gets severe damage, and the caution is out. What is Tydell doing?
I am going to cry because that's literally 3 of my cars in the wreck.
So Tydell basically is done.
I am going to cry now. I'm going to
Tydell, and I don't think
that's 3 of my race cars. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I want to cry.
So Ryan Reed still in the lead. As the caution comes out for yet another incident on the track. What the hell happened there? I actually need to see this because I see Adam Andretti on pit road. I saw like someone got in the wall or something. Let's see what happened here. So they're 3 wide entering turn number 1, and Adam Andretti slides up in front of Kimi Antonelli. Ty Dillon gets caught up in it. And we think that's the end of it. Oh, no. There's still a lot more because Casey Kane just runs into the back of him, taking out... It might have been Cole Custer as well that got involved in that. I couldn't really tell.
It was.
Yeah, from the looks of it, it actually might have been Cole Custer. So,
No, it was.
Man. And that, once again, shuffles up the field.
I'm going to cry now because I was throwing my race cars involved, so I'm going to cry now.
So that brings out the caution. Let's see how pit stops does with the leaders, because some guys also came down pit road early on in that run there. So you see Ryan Reed getting the lead off of pit road. Derek Kraus might have a really good pit crew underneath him. Smithley will get 2nd. Russell's going to get 3rd. I think Kraus is going to get 4th. How about Jesse Love getting 5th on the restart?
Does Ty Dillon's crew chief just not care because he's sitting there? He wouldn't want to pull. Come on, we got to go.
Yeah, that might not be so good. You see Trevor Bain without a hood. That might have been from the first wreck, by the way. So, yep. Ty Dillon is done. Custer's done. Adam Andretti is done. Casey Kane is done.
That's 3 of my race cars just destroyed. Make that like 4 because Briscoe's DNF. And Truex. And Hornish. What the hell happened?
Another wreck earlier. We already replayed it for the viewers, so if you want to take a look at it, you can go watch the footage.
Whoever caused that, damn.
That was just because Hornish sent it into Austin Hill and then flipped upside down multiple times.
I mean, well, it was Austin Hill who was sent it in on, so he's going to race.
Anywho, here are the lap cars pitting. These guys, they're just getting cosmetic damages and just making sure they're good on fuel as well. As you can tell, some of these guys are staying on pit road longer than others.
Just damn, dude.
Okay, so Zilich is good. Barry is good. Bobby Dale Earnhardt is good. Austin Green looks to be good. Bubba Wallace, Noah Gragson, Regan Smith. Ricky Craven, who was involved in the first wreck, is still puttering around, and I actually like that strategy. Alex Bowman's still on pit road. I don't know if he has mechanical problems on the car or what.
I mean, it's Spire car, so...
Yeah, Spire hasn't really been...
Because they can't shift the 3rd gear. Wink, wink.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, the best Spire car right now in points is Daniel Suarez, and he's all the way down in 34th. So Spire not really having a great...
Look where he is right now.
I mean, after pit stops, things could change here. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen before in this series,
There's also Red Machine doesn't have a contract signed for next season because a lot of big names doesn't have a contract signed for next season.
That's definitely true. Silly season could get really weird this season.
I've been hearing reports that Ryan Reed might retire after the season to focus on his health, which I understand because like a lot of people with health issues like that, you know, I get it. But hopefully, Ryan can end off his career in a good way.
Yeah, considering he's leading the race right now, I don't think it's too far of a stretch to say that he could possibly contend this race and might even win. But he's got to deal with some great challengers here, like Garrett Smithley, George Russell. I know Taylor Gray was good early on in the race.
Gray's back there. He's behind, I believe that's Jesse Love.
Gray is right behind Jesse Love, I believe.
Ross Chastain having a good race in the 7.
Yeah, I would like to point out that's their first start of the That's their first start of the season, as a matter of fact.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that 7 car is not great for qualifying, but for the race, I think they're running at least better than they actually have been since Allgaier got injured. So hopefully the 7 car can move up from the 43rd in points that they are kind of in right now. So Good luck to them as the pace car is going to wind off of turn number 3 and 4.
I wish we could fix the lap car issue, but anyways. Hopefully soon. But anyways.
Don't worry. World Car will look very different by season 3. Anywho, Ryan Reed, Smithley, Russell, Kraus love the top 5, and back to the gas we go here at Homestead Miami Speedway for the Fatboy Collectible Diecasts 300.
That's still so uncomfortable saying.
That is quite the name, I will say, though. Anywho, Ryan Reed still hanging on for the moment. He's got 2 lap cars to deal with, one of which is Justin Haley, who's currently 4th in points. And if Ryan Reed were to actually win this race, I think he would vault himself up to close to 2nd in points because, Truex and Custer are both out of the race. And he's going to get a huge run around the outside and get around Haley quite easily, as a matter of fact. As right now, Smithley not going away anytime soon. Which is actually very surprising because Garrett Smithley, as a matter of fact, honestly, I don't really know much about him this season, but this is probably his best run to date as of right now.
Remember that 00 for C Sports, I think?
No, that Team C. Team C.
Man.
As right now he's going to try to wall ride. I mean, it can work, but the only issue with that is, as you can see, he's losing time. Yeah, this corner works a lot better for if your car handling good than if your car handling not good. As we see right here, a battle. I believe this is 6th place now for Ross Chastain. Great run for him, and he's looking for opportunities for next season as well, I'm hearing. So he might be a possible candidate for.
I've heard a couple of big teams want him in their cars.
Oh yes, indeed! Right here, right now is
does bring sponsorship with his farming company, the Melon Association.
Oh yes, indeed. As we look at this battle for 3rd,
also is looking for a contract to sign.
And this is a great run for him too, as you see George Russell into the wall. Like I said, he's not really that great on the ovals quite yet.
Well, Jesse Love, last season. IRL Xfinity Series champion.
Yeah, looking to impress right here. Possibly some more rumors coming along the way for that guy and possibly other drivers who may or may not have different futures coming up.
I've heard rumors that a couple teams want Jesse in their cars.
Oh yes, indeed. As we have a battle for the lead, Ryan Reed trying to hang on against Smithley.
No, kind of Kraus and Love. They're trying to pick their way up there.
Yeah, especially Kraus, because Jesse Love is losing a lot of time. But Kraus is actually definitely gaining very slowly. He's not gaining as fast as, say...
But I'll tell you this. Dodge has been struggling all season in all divisions. But could Garrett Kraus change that today?
We'll see here as Ryan
their first race in WORLDCAR. Their first race. And they're both already.
Smithley into the wall. Reed pulls a little bit of an advantage, but it's only a little bit. And just remember, boys, there are 80 more laps to go. 81 more laps to go here at this racetrack. So a lot can happen within those 81 laps.
A big wreck. Maybe a huge caution could happen.
Oh yeah, but I don't want to wish half the field dying because I don't want.
Why you don't want to see
something really bad could happen there?
Why you don't like to see a Talladega Nights recap? That was funny.
No, it's called people can get injured here, as demonstrated. Tough, do you want multiple drivers injured?
I want to hate, sure. It'll be a good one.
Anyways, we have a lot going on here. I believe there might be a battle brewing right here between, Jesse Love and Russell. Russell, I think, just lost the handle of the car right there. He's going to lose a bit of ground to Jesse Love for the time being. Because right now we have
Haley just smacked the wall.
Yeah, Haley's a lap car. Just trying to get out of the way, it seems like. As we have once again another battle for the lead. Ryan Reed and Garrett Smithley once again going at it for the lead. Garrett Smithley's been going at it for the lead a long time now. As right now Ryan Reed is wall riding. That's going to give Garrett Smithley an opportunity side by side. And Garrett Smithley has the advantage entering turn 3. It's going to slide up. Can it slide up? No, Ryan Reed once again around the outside. Reed back to the
He
lead.
actually made it work. He actually made it work. He actually suck it. He actually made it work. He actually made it work. Suck it.
Right now, Ryan Reed continues to lead. The top 5 are basically almost there. I mean, Kraus, Jesse Love, and George Russell are all very close together, so maybe a huge battle is about to happen within the next coming laps.
That was funny, too.
The 14 gets into the wall. Here comes Jesse Love with a huge run. He's to the inside. He's going to take third away.
Damn it.
It's not going to get followed up by George Russell trying to get to the inside, but thankfully the outside line works in the first couple of turns. By the way, this battle is still not over. Kraus, Love, and Russell, they're still going to go at it for the third position on back. But if they battle, it's going to let the top 2 pull away. And I don't think Jesse Love, Derek Kraus, or George Russell want that. It's George Russell, as I mentioned, that just slammed the wall back there. And he's going to lose a bunch of time to who else but Taylor Gray. As Taylor Gray looks to the inside of George Russell right there. Again, we were having camera problems in that turn. I don't know why. Russell with a huge advantage. He's going to steal that spot for the time being. I mean, he's still getting used to the ovals, but he is learning very quickly. And if he learns this quickly, I would watch out if I were the rest of the field, because he could be a dangerous contender looming forward as we get closer and closer to the chase time. As right now, side by side for third, Kraus with the advantage.
Still there,
Love is still there. He's not going to go away.
Not clear, not clear, not clear, not clear. He has to run.
To the outside again, and Love is going to have that spot once again for the moment.
Get
as Reed continues to pull away. Yeah.
Oh, both second and third in the wall. Here comes George Russell.
Yeah, he's going to not only take advantage of the fourth, he's going to take advantage of third to the inside of Jesse Love. He takes third away. And with that also brings Taylor Gray into the battle right here. He's going to try to get to the inside of the 14, but the 14 has a good run around the outside. But Taylor Gray still is there. Spot away, and he might get more. Definitely looking to take more. As here they come around the outside. Whoa, here comes Austin Hill on the inside. An amazing battle happening over here for position. As Derek Kraus falls outside of the top 6. Austin Hill looking to get 5th from Taylor Gray as he also looks to the inside. And the inside line actually can work here at Homestead. However, it's just with these cars and they need to have long runs on their tires because short run, it doesn't really quite work out as Jesse Love has that spot for the moment. Austin looking to slide up. Whoa, Derek Kraus with a great move. As here comes once again, Taylor Gray looking on the inside right there of Jesse Love for position. But he's going to lose not only the 4th position, he's going to lose the 5th position to Derek Kraus here if he's not careful. Once again, amazing battles here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Kraus takes 5th for now. As Noah Gregson is also... Whoa, yeah, Noah Gregson definitely looking to make his presence known as he gets blocked right there by Taylor Gray.
That person doesn't have a contract next season.
Definitely so. As right now, these top 10, they're all still in it to win it. I mean, even Anthony Alfredo, who's only slightly back, could actually contend with these cars right here, especially the leader. As the leader, I believe, is slightly losing time right there. As believe we have a lap car coming up, that being the number 45 of Ricky Craven, who was involved in one of the first cautions.
That poor car. Beautiful scheme. Just not the speed.
Oh, yes, indeed. As of right here, right now, Ryan Reed looking to make a huge splash here. And if I were Ryan Reed here, I would either go to the definitely to the inside right here. Unless if that's where the car is. But Garrett Smithley is also going to try to take advantage and doesn't really take advantage of it well. As here comes Ryan Reed to the inside of the lap car, which allows him to use it as a pick. So he's going to take that. Yeah, and that's going to be for the third. That's going to be for second. But that doesn't really quite work out as Russell using the bottom lane. Like I said, he's still new to stock car racing. There's lots of tips and tricks that this guy could learn, but he hasn't learned quite yet, like using the high side at Homestead Miami Speedway a lot more often. As right now, here goes Garrett Smithley to the inside of that lap car.
Whoa!
Whoa! Kraus almost just spun out, gonna lose spots to Taylor Gray, Noah Gregson, might even lose a spot to the points leader, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
What the hell was that?
Wall riding too much can lead to that. As right now, Garrett Smithley might be slightly out front of George Russell, but it's nothing like the gap Ryan Reed already made on Smithley. He's 1 second ahead of him as we come to lap 50. We are very close to the halfway point here in this race, boys.
Passes his teammate lap car. Well, his teammate helped block Smithley, though.
He could, considering Ryan Reed used the low side that time to actually pass him. It's right now nearly a generational battle behind them, but that kind of slowed up everyone else. That might be an advantage for guys like Taylor Gray, Derek Kraus, and Noah Gregson. Which, by the way, we haven't talked about Noah Gregson much. Oh, wait, no, he's a lap down. My mistake.
Derek Kraus.
No, you're a lap down, buddy. Why are you up here? As we see Ben Rhodes on pit road trying to do some strategy calls here.
What the hell, Ben?
Me wins strategy. And you got to think about strategy as well. Like, who do you think could influence strategy to the best outcome? Because we're starting to get into some long green flag run here territory.
I don't know, man.
Never say never. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I meant by starting to, so there might be a long green flag run right here. As here comes Kraus once again to the inside, but Taylor Gray, no, a rocket ship around the outside. And that's the thing about Homestead. You can have a great long run car, you can have great speed, but if you use the low side in either of the turns, you might as well be putting 1 foot in the grave for this race. As right now, those top two are basically nearly wall riding to perfection. Ryan Reed wall rode a lot more than Garrett Smithley, and he's gaining as a result of that. Definitely gaining a lot on him. The gap's stabilizing for the moment, but Smithley could catch Ryan Reed given the chance. As he's going to come into turn number 3 and 4 once again. With a huge steady march approaching the number 16 Ford. Still in the lead for the time being. Now, 63 to go here at Homestead. So we are approaching damn near the halfway point of this race. As right now, Ryan Reed continues to lead. Anthony Alfredo in 9th, looking to have a strong run for that front row number 36 there. Let me see. Let's take a look at who else would be like near close to the top 15 that might actually have a run, might have something for these leaders here. As Smithley once again continuing to close on to Ryan Reed. I mean, it's working. Strategy is working, but the real question is it going to work enough? I don't think so as of right now. Yeah, Austin Dillon 11th, Harrison Burton 12th, Bubba Wallace 13th, Brendan Gaughan, and Daniel Suarez the top 15. You weren't lying about Suarez there, Tough.
Mm-hmm.
As right now, Ryan Reed still in the lead, but now he slightly taps the wall a little bit, gains a little bit off of it. Gap now increasing.
How the hell did Ben go 2 laps down? What the hell?
Because pitted.
I guess.
Oh, and Ryan Reed is now essentially wall riding now. As he wall rides, he's going to lose up a ton of ground on the Garrett Smithley. As right now, the gap now 2/10. Now 1/10. Now where will Garrett Smithley go? He looks to the inside. Huge run. The 00 of Garrett Smithley looking to the inside. Contact. More contact again. And there's the guy that pitted, Ben Rhodes. You were just talking about him, Tough. He could play a factor in this as Smithley trying to take the leeway, but Ryan Reed trying to get on the outside once again. He's wall riding again.
It actually worked.
For now, he's going to lose a bit of ground, though. as a result of that. Or at least I thought it was going to be a bit of ground. As Ben Rhodes looking on the inside. Ryan Reed into the wall again. As here comes the 0-0 looking to the inside. Oh, and yeah, you got to think about Pit Road as well.
No!
And there goes the leader. That is definitely not how Pit Road works. As he goes down Pit Road, that allows George Russell to take the lead. That was really sad by the number 16 team. A massive oversight. Couldn't detect the barrels. Somehow not a yellow, though.
That's horseshit.
Anywho, George Russell now leading as now these guys are kind of trying to come down pit road. As these guys go down pit road, that puts Anthony Alfredo to the lead. And with green flag pit stops ramping up, you got to wonder how long these guys are going to stay out for and which one of these guys would benefit if a yellow were to happen right now. Like, you got to think Anthony Alfredo could benefit. Ross Chastain could benefit. Brendan Gaughan, Derek Krause, Austin Hill, Daniel Suarez, Todd Gilliland, SVG, Bubba Wallace, Jesse Love. All those guys could benefit with a yellow. But as the green flag continues to wave, it's going to get harder and harder for these guys to stay out of pit road, as here comes Noah Gregson now down pit road with his teammate, the leader. And we're going to see how these pit stops are going to affect the field, as I believe Noah Gregson made slight contact with Bubba Wallace there. Anthony Alfredo now down pit road. Yeah, Brendan Gaughan is going to briefly take the lead here because he's on pit road for the moment. As we have a lot of battles in more ways than one. So we have a lot of shuffling. And there went Stenhouse's race. Also probably hit the barrels. That's going to shake up the regular season a little bit because I think Justin Haley is the highest guy in the points who's still in the race as of right now. I wouldn't think so. As right now, I believe that honor goes to Todd Gilliland, who now takes the lead here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And remember, he picked up new sponsorship coming into this race with, I believe, the sponsor of this race coming on board to half sponsor that car. So you can see that logo on the hood. That belongs to Mr. Fat. So we'll see as of right here, right now. Yeah, you can see the sponsor right there. Fatboy's Collectible Diecasts. Yeah, that's the sponsor on the hood of that race car. Great run for Todd Gilliland as well. So you got to think about what is Todd Gilliland doing with this strategy, boys? Because he could also be staying out long term here, which means he could catch the yellow at the perfect time. But he does have some key contenders he's got to be worried about. He's got to be worried about the guy in the number 12 who was wall riding for some reason. He's got to be worried about the guy in third who might provisionally be in the lead, or the guy in fourth who might battle with the guy in third for the provisional lead. But as of right here, right now, Todd Gilliland leads at Homestead Miami Speedway for the Fatboy's Collectible Diecast 300 at Homestead Miami Speedway. And also, just want to take a moment to appreciate Austin Dillon running in ninth. The pit stops greatly benefited him. Well, Gene, there's this thing called he pitted, therefore he cycled. He pitted early, therefore he cycled out further ahead than everybody else as of right now on this run. So tough about that crew chief appointment.
It worked out.
Yeah, for now. But you got to think, there's still 53 more laps and a lot more pit stops and a lot more chaos and a lot more drama left in this race.
Stenhouse and Reed hit the damn barriers. Oh my god.
We have a battle right here for third. Smithley and Alfredo. This will be probably for the provisional lead. As you see the 13 of Regan Smith holding up Garrett Smithley there. Smithley looking on the inside of that lap car. But man, the complexion of this race has already changed so much with two guys who were actually, one was actively leading, the other was the regular season points leader. Both of them DNF'd, and now that flipped this race on its head, and now we've got Todd Gilliland leading this race with 52 to go. I don't think you can predict these races anymore, boys.
I'm still pissed about that.
No. Anywho, as of right now, Todd Gilliland in the lead. Ben Rhodes in second. Anthony Alfredo in first. Smith Lee is still in fourth. Russell completes the top five. Then it's Taylor Gray. Harrison Burton is up here thanks to the pit stops. Austin Hill, Ross Chastain, and how about Carson Quaffle running inside the top 10 for the time being, boys? And we have a battle over here. This is for second, as we see Alfredo going on the run to try to catch his teammate. But Ben Rhodes is still right there around the outside. Can he get the momentum here? Oh, it's going to be close. And no, Ben Rhodes with the surge momentum rides the outside momentum. Tries to clear the 36 for the time being. But the front row Fords are looking fast, besides Noah Gregson. Oh! The 36 almost made contact with the 12. I think he got him arrow loose. And then that puts Alfredo in the third.
What a prick.
As right now, Alfredo to the second position. But that still does not underimpress what kind of performance Todd Gilliland is doing right now. I mean, Gilliland and Alfredo, they're similar in the points. 20th and 21st coming into this race. I feel really bad for Garrett Smithley right now, still in third. But the good news is that I think Gilliland is on a different strategy than everybody else, so I think he's going to come down the pit road as we are on the funny number lap. Jesse Love now in 10th. I think there's a lot of guys trying to vie for that 10th spot right here. Oh yeah, there's a huge battle happening over here. This is just for 10th. Imagine if it's the race for the win. Except for that lap car. We could disregard the lap cars here. But still, great run by like some of these guys. Because right now, Gilliland, who got past those lap cars that we were just showing us like a second ago, still leading. I believe the next lap car up ahead of him is, oh dear lord, it's Sammy Smith.
I heard he won't be returning to that car.
Yeah, a lot of rumors going around for that number 8 Chevy for next season in the Orion series. So right now, Todd Gilliland looking as impressive as ever. And now there's a pick right up in front of him that could be used an advantage by his teammate. But we'll see here as Todd Gilliland continues to lead here at Homestead. Trying to get on the outside. Nope, they're both in the wall. They lose a lot of time. But since Gilliland might be on a different strategy than everyone else, tough. If you were a crew chief and you were on a different strategy than everyone else and your goal was to make it to the end, would this strategy be the most effective one?
Probably so.
I think so. Remember, where was Todd Gilliland when these guys when the actual top 3 were all battling for positions?
20th.
He would have been nowhere to be found, but yeah, around there would have been great. But yeah, as you can tell, he's on a different strategy than everyone else. And so far it's paying off with 44 laps to go in the race. And remember, 44 laps is a long time, especially here at Homestead Miami Speedway. A lot of things can go right for the 38. A lot of things can go wrong for the 38. But the one thing that will make it clear for everybody here is that Todd is in it to win it, as he's going to get around the lap car who was wall riding. And that puts I think that puts Sammy Smith another lap down. Yeah, now he's 2 down. That sucks. Oh, Haley's now 26. I don't think anything's going to change with regular season championship wise. The closest competitive driver would be Bubba Wallace, and I don't think no offense to Bubba Wallace, but I don't think he's running great right now. Well, we're about to find out here really soon if he is actually running where his equipment is. It's like, Bleak Gillen just lost a second. Oh, no, Bubba's in 12th. I thought he would have been way lower than that. My apologies. But yeah, you need great runs like this in order to be at least competitive here in this division. As I believe, actually, the most competitive guy who is within the top 10 is George Russell. And that's from in points. Like, for example, you have several other guys that are probably in the chase right now that are having not great days, and that could flip everything on its head. And I do mean everything. A lot can change in just one race. I mean, think about this. Like, at Daytona and just after Daytona, we weren't thinking that Ryan Truex might be a possible championship contender. But after back-to-back weeks of him winning and him nearly going for a third straight, he was talked about as possibly being a serious championship contender. And same with Brendan Gaughan. He has 2 wins now. He's, 9th in points. In this race, he's running, 11th. So he's not doing bad. But he is showing a lot more consistency than the other guys.
All right, well, I gotta head out. I should be back.
All right, and there goes our another commentator. He says he's taking his keys and he's off. Take care, Tough. Anywho, Todd Gilliland still in the lead. Anthony Alfredo still in second. Harrison Burton, impressive one for him. He's now in the top 6. And now he's in the top 5. Passes Ben Rhodes for position. Hang on. Those two are going at it. This could be an amazing battle right here. Taylor Gray also in the mix. And that puts Ben Rhodes at disadvantage. Harrison Burton out of the top 5. As he now wall rides, it's going to give way to other drivers like Taylor Gray looking to the inside of Harrison Burton in the turn 1. Oh, he nearly takes advantage. Oh, and Gray has it for the moment. Gray has it for the moment. Yeah, and he keeps it. Impressive run for him. But as for Todd Gilliland, the fact that he's staying out so long without pitting must mean he pitted a little bit earlier than the other guys, but also had amazing strategy than those other guys. Didn't get caught up in the fuss and the muss of pit road. Had a smooth, clean pit stop. And now with his car numbers laps to go, a lot is riding on him to potentially get his first WorldCar Orion Series win and put him possibly as a serious chase contender come chase time. And then, of course, we got Anthony Alfredo in second. He could also be possibly considered a chase contender considering, as of right now, Gilliland is higher than Alfredo in the points. So it's going to be very accurate to figure out where these guys are going to be. Garrett Smithley running third. Great run for Garrett Smithley, who had no points scored coming into this race. And then you got George Russell in fourth. He's also running he's running really good. And the fact that he's in the top 10 in points says everything you need to know. And you can tell that the tires are starting to wear out because we're at 36 to go. And the gap has been slightly decreasing lap after lap for Todd Gilliland. He's going to try to use more and more lap cars as picks. But how long are they going to be used as picks before he runs out of them and then inevitably come down pit road? Because that has to happen eventually. He can't just run around in the lead for, 30 laps without pitting. Yeah, he's losing time significantly. He goes to the inside of Tyler Reddick right there. Reddick is one of those lap cars that I don't think they have to worry about for the time being. But they're going to have to worry about it later on. As right now, the gap still continues to decrease here at Olmsted Miami Speedway. 35 to go. And right now, it's still Gilliland with the lead. Alfredo still in second. And Brendan Gaughan is actually in the top 10. Jesse Love is in ninth. And a good run for Ross Chastain as the owner screams finally as he's in the top 10. And the great news is that Todd Gilliland, I think the reason why he's winning is because he's got the help of the sponsor of the race, the Fatboy Collectibles. No, the Fatboy Collectible Diecasts 300. I almost got the name wrong again. Oopsie. Anywho, Gilliland still with the lead. Alfredo still in second. Garrett Smithley still in third. One interesting top 3, though. We've got 2 front row cars. one car from a team that didn't even exist when we had Daytona, and now the season. Well, not the season complexion has changed, but the race complexion has definitely changed. Definitely changed for this race. And right now, so far, so good. We have a lot of battles. We just like to think a lot of battles going around here around the racetrack late in the race with 33 to go. But I don't think Gillen's going to make it to the end. Far from it. I think he's losing more time as the run goes on. Because last time you saw he was 6 seconds ahead of his teammate. Might get bumped down to 5 as the run continues. And as Gillen continues to lead, Ross Chastain makes his presence known for the 7th position. 7 finishing in 7th. Wow, what a surprise. So you see Ben Rhodes. I think he pitted early again. This might actually work out for him again. But the problem is I think Gillen pitted around the same time or when near Ben Rhodes pitted. So a lot can change within 31 laps. As we are on lap 86. Whoa! And Todd Gillen has blown up. The leader has just blown up. What the hang on. I don't think this has ever happened before. Like, genuinely, this actually has never happened before. Todd Gillen blows up while in the middle of the race lead. That's going to give Anthony Alfredo the chance to lead this race with 30 laps to go. Another unexpected development, and this time it actually affects the leader big time. Wow. And within the span of a bit of a lap, Todd Gilliland has just went from the leader to all the way back. He's going to DNF. Wow, and if he had an engine failure, who knows what's going to happen if, say, I don't know, Anthony Alfredo gets an engine failure. Noah Gragson gets an engine failure. Any of the Fords getting engine failures. You got to think about all this stuff while your teammate is blowing up, because you got to think right now that the Fords are wary. The Front Row Motorsports Fords are wary. But if you're anything other than that, then I believe you'll be fine. So, Todd Gilliland, who had quite possibly his best World Car run, isn't going to have anything to show for it, which is utterly sad. I actually was rooting for Todd Gilliland those last couple of laps, but man, oh man. It does change the complexion of the race now. Anthony Alfredo is now in the lead with 28 laps to go. And you got to start thinking about pit stops, about all these other things that these drivers now have to worry about. I mean, for the Fords, you have to worry about your engine issues. If you're a front row Ford, you also got to worry about your engine issues. But if you're Anthony Alfredo, you got to worry when to pit. Or if you're like anyone else in the field, you also got to worry about pit stops, because that could be the ultimate outcome of this race. As I believe Garrett Smithley came down pit road there. Alfredo was wall riding there. Yeah, a lot of people, if you notice a lot of people losing time on the ticker, that's not because they suck. That's because of pit road. So they see a lot of guys going down pit road. And because of that, we have a lot of new contenders up here. Shane Van Gisbergen, Carson Quaffle, Jesse Love. Both the RCR cars, I believe, are pitting this time. All right, now the real question is, if I'm Anthony Alfredo, when am I going to pit? Because Anthony Alfredo made the smart decision for pit road. If Alfredo does not make the smart decision for pit road, it might wind up costing him this race. As right now, oh my. Yeah, the top 3 have not pitted. Alfredo, Chastain, and Brendan Gaughan are all effectively staying out for the moment. Well, I don't know if this will be good for Gaughan or Chastain, but it might be good for them later on, as now Chastain entering pit road. Gaughan is going to stay out for the time being. And Alfredo leading with 26 to go. He's going to have to come down the pit road this time or next time, because there's no way he can make it to the end. And yes, there he goes. He's going to come down pit road this time. Now all he needs is just 4 tires and some fresh fuel. That's all he needs. As he nearly hits the pit walls, almost makes the same mistake that we saw Ryan Reed make, but we saw Stenhouse make. We saw both of those guys hit the barrels, but they just DNF'd, and now because of that, now Anthony Alfredo takes the lead, and now Brendan Gaughan. Oh yeah, now he's on pit road, so he's gonna briefly take the lead here, but he's not actually taking the lead. He's just servicing the car. Now there's 25 to go, and thanks to pit stops, a lot can change again. You see Ben Rhodes, Noah Gragson, George Russell, Ross Chastain, they're all up here. They're all possible key contenders to win this race. And because of that, a lot of things can change. And because of that, let's see how these pit stops managed to go. You see Brendan Gaughan taking 4 tires in that good fresh fuel. Yeah, now Alfredo back to the lead. But the real question is, are these people going to get back on the lead lap? Oh, they are. Oh, they are. Here comes Ben Rhodes with a huge run. Alfredo's just coming off a pit road. There's the 12. Oh, what the? Alfredo bypassing pit road. And that's going to give Ben Rhodes the lead for the time being. George Russell will take second. And Smithley, unfortunately, I don't think is going to take third. So now we have Ben Rhodes leading with 25 laps to go as he continues to wall ride here. I think he's going to need some extra special pairs for that car because he keeps wall riding. I don't think he's still used to these cars. And speaking of people who are not used to these cars, how about George Russell? He has a chance to win this race with 24 laps to go. And remember, Dodge has not won a race in any of the top 3 or 4 divisions. Yeah, no, top 4. None of the divisions Dodge has actually won in. So this could be a huge opportunity if you're Dodge. This could be a huge opportunity if you're anyone associated with Penske right now. He's running really good right now with 23 laps to go with an alternative strategy. Could it possibly work? We'll see. I mean, he's got slightly older tires than George Russell right now. And Russell's making the bottom work a little bit. Alfredo, he was in the lead for a long time before pit stops. He might have a say in this. And when you get to the closing ends of the race, you see all these key contenders come into play. Rhodes, Russell, Alfredo, Smithley, and then the guys in the back, Taylor Gray, Harrison Burton, Austin Hill, Austin Dillon, Ross Chastain, Jesse Love, as here comes George Russell to the inside. Now can Ben Rhodes defend on the outside? I don't think he will be able to. And George Russell, for the first time in this race weekend, takes the lead for the first time in his career on an oval. Now the question is, can he hang on in the next 22 laps to hang on and steal the victory straight up? As here comes Alfredo to the outside of Ben Rhodes. That strategy might have worked in the short term, but the long-term effects are just tisk, 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 tisk. And as of right here, right now, if Russell were to win, that means he'd be the first, I believe, European to win a World Car race. I could be wrong. I could be heavily mistaken. But that's what it's looking at right now. As here comes Alfredo. He's got the freshest tires in the field. He's looking to the inside of George Russell for the lead. As right now, side by side, Russell continues to wall ride as Alfredo back to the lead with 20 laps to go. And now the question is, how long can he hang on for? Will he wall ride like George Russell just did? And you got to think about some of these other guys that could be able to catch up thanks to this strategy right here. I mean, Alfredo with that great strategy puts him out in front in the lead for the second time all night. But now he's got to deal with not only George Russell, he's going to deal with a lap car in a bit. He's got to deal with Tyler Reddick. As right now he goes to the inside. He's going to use the lap car as a pick for the moment. But that allows, I believe, Russell to close in a little bit on him. But it's not going to work out as of right now as the 36 car continues to lead here at Homestead. The 26 of Tyler Reddick holding up the number 69 of George Russell. Russell looking to the inside of Tyler Reddick. Well, nearly contact there. As here comes Smithley to the inside of Ben Rhodes. That's for the third position. Now on to the leaders. As right now Russell actually gets past the 26 of Tyler Reddick. Now all he wants to do is catch it back up to where the number 36 is. But he's only got 18 laps to do so. 18 laps to decide everything here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And as we mentioned all day, the top side is a double-edged sword. It could work out in your favor, but as you see what Alfredo's doing here, that might actually also play to a detriment because that could actually lose you time as well, depending on if you've got worn tires, good tires, bad tires, or a great setup or a horrible setup or any of the above. But as of right here, right now, Anthony Alfredo looking to collect his first ever World Car win. And also, if he were to win, he would be the third driver to win in the World Car Orion Series. Because there's no one here going to try to do a three-peat. Brendan Gaughan is basically in the back. Ryan Truex already DNF'd. So the door is wide open for anyone to steal it. Especially Alfredo. Now he's only got 16 laps to do it. But the gap grows further and further and further. But the real question is, how long can he hang on? He's got 2 seconds worth of gap. And because Russell is wall riding, I think that might actually get slowly growing more and more and more. So right now, here comes Garrett Smithley. Finally gets to the inside of lap traffic, not realizing that he's lap traffic himself. For once. As of right here, right now, Ben Rhodes still running in the top 5. Taylor Gray running in the top 5. Austin Dillon running in the top 10. And yeah, a lot of amazing things happening here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And I don't think anyone could believe what was going on here. But Fast Pasta really is looking fast here with 14 laps to go. And as of right here, right now, Anthony Alfredo looking to have a very strong run. The gap has now grown to 3 seconds. Yeah, it's just growing. Alfredo's just got that good of a race car, unless if he blows up like his teammate, which has happened before. Remember, Todd Gillen was leading this race in the same position as Anthony Alfredo, but then he blows up right in the middle of pit stops. But does the yellow get thrown? No, they actually keep going. But as of right here, right now, Alfredo, I think those tires are starting to get worn. If he starts losing time, this is the time to hit the panic button if you're Alfredo. And if you're George Russell, you definitely need all the ground you need on him, because that gap is still continuing to grow. As he gets into the wall there, that's going to actually slow him up a little bit, but not too much, and gets to 12 laps to go. And how about a banner day for RCR, running in the 9th and 10th positions with Austin Hill and Jesse Love. That team desperately needed a good run coming into this race, considering both their drivers. I mean, one was 13th in points, but the other one was 37th in points. So they both definitely needed a day like this in order to hang on. Austin Dillon being in the top 10, great momentum for colleague. Ross Chastain in the top 10 as well. Great run for Junior Motorsports. Brent Rhodes in the top 6. Great run for Penske. This proves that the Dodgers can be competitive, but only if they have the right strategy. No offense, Ben Rhodes. And then you have Harrison Burton in the top 5. Looking to at least get way better than this. And then you've got Taylor Gray coming in this race, 23rd in points. Gonna probably leave here maybe 15th in points. And then you got Garrett Smithley running in the podium position. This will be the first podium for Garrett Smithley in the World Car Orion Series. And George Russell, this is a great opportunity learning for him, because he is normally, in real life, he only knows how to turn to the right and the left. So he's experienced in road course racing and street course racing, but not oval racing, at least until tonight when he's showing his true colors. But as of right now, it is all still Anthony Alfredo with 9 laps to go. But like I said, anything can happen within 9 laps. I mean, we just saw Todd Gilliland's motor go kabuya-kasha right in front of us. So anything can happen within the last 9 laps of this race. And there's Kimi Antonelli holding up a lot of traffic there. So that could influence the race. Goes to the outside, and he goes into the wall. Now 3 wide happening back there. There's Russell. He's stabilized the gap a little bit, but the gap is still very much growing indeed. Because, yeah, you see it's 14 back. Never mind. Both the RCR cars got by Austin Dillon. That might not be so great for him. Yeah, let me check the bow back here. Yeah, Austin Dillon is no longer inside the top 10. But you know who could be in the top 10 when everything is all and said and done? That Brendan Gaughan. He could. But then again, it only takes one yellow to change everything. But with the way that WorldCar system works, they need a caution like right about now in order to have either a 2 or a 1 lap shootout, depending on when the yellow gets thrown. So with 5 laps to go, if a yellow comes out, the race might actually end. So Alfredo, all he has to do is hang on for the next 7 laps. All he needs to do is to complete 7 laps here at Homestead Miami Speedway. He gets into the wall again. Okay, now he's losing significant time there to George Russell, but not enough to lose enough time. Yeah, it didn't really. It's a dent, no doubt. Oh yeah, he's losing a lot more time now. He is losing a lot of ground on George Russell, but then again, that might be because George Russell's actually passing cars, getting more speed, and getting draft from, say, guys like Regan Smith. But as of right here, right now, it is all still Alfredo's race to lose. Coming this time by. Coming to 5 laps to go. Definitely looking like a key contender here for this race. Regan Smith into the wall. That gives George Russell a bit of an advantage. However, that doesn't give him a significant advantage. He's still gaining, but now the gap is stabilized, and now he's not even running away from Sammy Smith. Sure, the gap's starting to increase as Harrison Burton, surprisingly, moves up into 3rd, takes the podium spot away from Garrett Smithley. But as of right here, right now, it is all still Alfredo's race to lose. Coming to 4 laps to go this time by. And the gap is still, I'd say, stabilizing, if not getting slightly bigger, because Russell just wall rode there. So, 4 laps to go for Anthony Alfredo. George Russell needs a lot to happen in order for Alfredo to lose this race. This might have been all she wrote for the race. And Fast Pasta will finally live up to its name and go straight to victory lane here at Homestead Miami Speedway. However, not everything is set in stone. Everything can and will change. Just ask Todd Gilliland. Just ask Stenhouse. Just ask Ryan Reed. They were leaders of this race at one point, but then one had a mechanical failure, and 2 of them hit the barrels. So, a lot can happen, but at the same time, Alfredo, all he can hope on is that he hangs on for the next 3 laps and takes home the win. That's all he actually has to hope for, realistically speaking. And he's gaining more of a gap on the 2nd place guy, George Russell. And the story is well known by Anthony Alfredo. He was a mid-pack driver in the 2nd series for many, many years. Tried doing an actual, I believe, cup season, but that floundered spectacularly because, of course, he was in front row equipment at the time. But front row wasn't the team it used to be. They used to be mid-pack to back, but now they're front runners, living up to their name. And as they come around, they will take the white flag. Anthony Alfredo looking for his first WorldCar Orion Series win. White flag is out for Fast Pasta. He hits the wall as well. 1 lap to go here at Homestead. Now, can Alfredo hang on? All he has to do is survive. Oh, and he's in the wall again. That was very close. Sammy Smith almost just ruined that race for him. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Anthony Alfredo poised to actually win a race here. Coming out of 3 and 4 for the final time. Fast Pasta will live up to his name. And coming out of the final turn, Anthony Alfredo, you are a winner in the WorldCar Orion Series. And Anthony Alfredo finally does it. Finally breaks the mold and goes to victory lane here at Homestead Miami Speedway. George Russell, not quite good enough. Garrett Smithley gets a solid podium out of all that. Harrison Burton with a solid top 5 effort. Same with Taylor Gray. Ross Chastain with a solid top 10 effort. Then you have Austin Hill, Jesse Love, the RCR cars, Bubba Wallace, and Austin Dillon, which I believe just stole that position from Bubba Wallace right then and there at the last second. Wow, great run for Anthony Alfredo there. So as we take a look at the finishers here, Alfredo gets the win, nice and easy. It wasn't smooth, but it was easier said than done in the end. George Russell, like I said, he's used to Formula One. Could he possibly be good on the ovals in the coming weeks? We'll see. Garrett Smithley gets a solid 3rd place run. Great run there for guys like Harrison Burton and Taylor Gray. especially Taylor Gray. He needed a good run coming in this race. Ross Chastain with a top 10. Austin Hill with a top 10. Like I said, both RCR cars getting a top 10. Bubba Wallace, Austin Dillon, top 15. Carson Quaffle, Daniel Suarez, SVG, Kimi Antonelli, Ty Gibbs, and then Gregson, Gahn, Kraus, Zilich, Trevor Bayne. Great top 20s for them. Then Alex Bowman, Sammy Smith, Austin Green, Ben Rhodes, Justin Haley, Bobby Dale Earnhardt, Josh Berry, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Regan Smith. That's the top 30. In the top 40, we've got Jeffrey Earnhardt, Craven, and then the DNFs of Gilliland, Reed, Stenhouse Jr., Custer Andretti, Ty Dillon, Casey Kane, Chase Briscoe, and of course the last two finishing positions of Ryan Truex and Sam Hornish Jr. So, wow, a lot had to go right in this race. A lot had to go right for the leaders. A lot had to go right for the teams. But man, oh man, this race has certainly flipped everything upside down. The leaders of the race changed like 3 times. Once due to engine failure and twice due to the pit road barrels. So, when all is said and done, congrats to Anthony Alfredo on the win. First win for Front Row Motorsports in this series. So, with that, I would like to thank Gene and C Sports for broadcasting this. And once again, we send our congratulations to Anthony Alfredo, Front Row Motorsports, on achieving such a dominant victory here at Homestead Miami Speedway. I mean, it wasn't dominant. It wasn't easy, but he got the job done in the end. So, once again, thank you to Gene and C Sports for broadcasting. We will see you guys next time for the WorldCar SINAR Cup Series at this very racetrack. And for this series, I believe their next race will be at a certain road course in Australia called the Bend Motorsport Park. So we'll see you at the Bend. But until then, take care, y'all.
This telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or re-uploaded in any form without giving explicit credit to C Media, the featured properties under its C Sports division, and the sanctioning bodies featured in this presentation.